As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Well, it's the first game of the regular season. Chris, talk about what you expect to see this year in the league overall, the feel you think you're going to get.
Well, I think there's going to be two sides. It's a copycat league, so you're going to see some teams that are going to try to speed up the play. You're going to see some teams that try to increase three-pointers and decrease their mid-range jumpers. And then reality is set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, it's just straight development. How can you develop your young players and get them along with maybe some veterans who are going to be transitioned out in the middle of the year? So right now for coaches, GMs, presidents, there's a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of prodding and self-examination to see where they will be a year from now, as opposed to putting all their eggs in this season.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Walker and Batum are the guard pair. Williams is down low with Zeller, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the small forward position. Now here's Johnson. Michael Kidd Gilchrist unable to get his shot to go. Right side a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Waiters. It's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Williams. On the wing, Batum. Outside, Walker. Rebound by the Heat.
A cold start for the 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. For Charlotte, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Batum. Zeller, a screen on Waiters. Back to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Dragic. Charlotte no good that time either. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Well, that just speaks to the confidence Batum has in himself. He likes to catch and shoot, Jay, because it catches defenders off their guard.
Johnson the screen. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Kid Gilchrist against Richardson. Now here's Dragic. Defense right on him. That one good for 2.
And you can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
Deflects the pass. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Passes it to Johnson. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded by Williams. The 11-footer. Right side, no good. Charlotte trailing. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. .56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bridges kicks to Parker. 6 to shoot. That's tipped.
Oh, and he's the rare player with a shorter arm span than his height. I mean, Berlinick is still going to get his share of blocks.
For Charlotte, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Johnson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. teardrop shot. And it's Biyombo with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Monk on the money from 12 feet away. And this game is tied up now.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all three levels on the floor.
It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. Tyler Johnson is out there with Wayne Ellington. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
The guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. You played, C-Web, for a number of different teams. How did you personally measure an organization's quality?
It starts at the top. It's the commitment to winning. It's the little things, caring for players, everyone else there on the staff as people first, and then also setting the tone, letting people know that we're a winning organization. You know, I've been to some organization, and the word winning has never come up from the top brass, if you could believe it or not. So you know who wants to win. You see the intensity on the owner's face. You see the intensity on everyone's face as well. And you can tell by that passion whose foxhole you're in.
And Tyler Johnson, undrafted out of Fresno State back in 2014. One of those lunch pail players. Didn't take him long to make his mark in the NBA.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Two shots.
First one falls for him.
And for the Hornets, after last year's debacle, it's a whole new world. I mean, think about a new GM, new head coach, and a fresh outlook on things.
And Lamb drops them both. And talking about the Hornets, they really expected to make the playoffs last season, but Chris, I think they were shocked that it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, they felt good about their free agent signings. I mean, they felt good about the draft, but coming together as one complete unit, that's easier said than done.
Here's Adebayo, looking for his first basket still in this one. Johnson outside. It's stolen by Lamb. A fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Parker. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Parker's got his first points of the night. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Olynyk. Baseline drive. Another shot. Biyombo with the block. And they get it back. And he recovers it. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Olynyk. Dion Waiters checked in for Justice Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Kemba Walker in for Parker. Here's Walker. After the made shot from Goran Dragic. And slam dunk by Lamb.
That great length and leaping ability make Lamb a prototype finisher on the alley-oop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. Hornets with the rebound.
Even with the miss, that's a jumper he'll keep taking as long as they keep leaving him open.
And here comes the break. Here's Magruder trying to get open as Johnson. Magruder passes to Dragic. Raiders on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And Batum kicks to Walker. Hit by Zeller. Walker goes in. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And it's a 6-point Charlotte lead. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Waiters outside. The kick out to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Over Walker. Dragic against the bucket. Dragic has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Outside for Batum. Stolen by Waiters. Outside Dragic. Back to Waiters. Shoots. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
Oh, man, a strong, wily defender. The way Lamb contests shots without fouling, that's really impressive.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Hornets lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity, and we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Spell, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We return now to Miami, where you can see all the action happening on Ocean Drive, right on the beachfront. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Malik Monk.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Hornets leading by 4. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Williams is down low with Zeller. Walker and Batum are the guard pair. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 spot. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Well, in recent years, C-Web, players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
Now think about it. Embiid and Westbrook have both come close. Or Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that Akeem, the Dream Olajuwon, did it. But you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive, yeah.
The Heat trail by 7. Now here's Richardson. Whiteside, a screen on Batum. From 13, Raiders no luck.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Now here's Batum. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Williams with a clean look and another 3 for Charlotte.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Waiters passes to Johnson. And if you're just joining us, we play it over a minute here in the third. Whiteside, a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Here's Richardson. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, look, the multi-talented Batum. He has all the skills. He has the strength, the length, the athleticism. I mean, for him, it's all about staying aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Heat trail by 10. And Chris, some people feel Batum should take over games more than he does.
Well, he certainly has the talent. But then again, every team needs great complementary pieces too, and that's what he is. You just have to decide who you want to be.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through?
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And here are the Heat now, trailing by 10. Johnson sets the screen for Winslow. There's a screen. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Johnson against Parker. Johnson kicks to Adebayo. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Biyombo. Miami no good on that time either.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down. Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
Now, here's Bridges. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That's tipped. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Ellington, the pass to Olynyk. Adebayo kicks to Ellington. Good ball movement here by Miami. Johnson, that's for two. The good-looking shot from the wing. Johnson's got it back down to single digits for the Heat. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. There's the pick. Here's Parker, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Olynyk.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it. And what a career it's been for Tony Parker. 4 titles to his name, a Finals MVP, 6-time All-Star. I mean, the accolades go on and on for what is truly one of the most impressive resumes you'll see in the NBA.
First free throw is good. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Johnson. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Bridges. No good on the second free throw. The Heat trail by 9. Inside. There's Winslow. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
But look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound. Finishing strong on the putback.
30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Monk dishes to Biyombo. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Hornets lead by 9.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Now here's Ellington, covered by Parker. Ellington, the pass to Olynyk. Over Kaminsky. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
And Kaminsky offers a ton of length, especially on D, where he effectively alters shots.
And so it's Charlotte in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. The Heat trail by 9. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Walker against Dragic. Zeller dishes to Walker. Rejected by Dragic. They get it back. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Here's Waiters. To the middle. Right side kicks to Dragic. Right side a screen. Clock at 6. Waiters outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by Williams.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity, and good, he nails it.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Walker with it, now guarded by Dragic. A shot by Batum, no good. The Heat trail by 5. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And here's Richardson. Waiters outside. Right side a screen. Waiters gets room off the pick, and he knocks down the jumper. Now just a 1-point Charlotte lead.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Terrific D at one end and some clutch shots at the other. Great stretch.
And the Hornets call time here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Malik Monk.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Down low. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
Walker against Dragic. Johnson kicks to Waiters. No good with the triple.
This guy, bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside to get the best shot possible. That's the way to make the comeback happen.
Now here's Richardson. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Here's Walker. Zeller trying to free himself up. Walker's shot is off.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
They've shown some character tonight. There was no quit in them, even when they were down big.
Charlotte calls timeout. .26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Zeller, a screen on Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. It's good!
Timeout. He is such a focused, intense competitor. Zeller rising to the challenge at the biggest moments.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. seconds left in the game. There's Dragic with the three. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,